Spinach for mom. I don't like spinach, no. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's a fun day. We're doing a few different things today. I'm gonna show you guys my recipe that y'all have been asking for, the maple chicken and waffles. I'm gonna show you guys like my food staples that I eat a lot of in Anorexia Recovery. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little food haul viewing, or we're gonna do a little recovery chat after that. But for now, let's get right into the goods, the food, the best part. First things first, you guys. Weetabix. This is what Weetabix looks like. I always had this on hand. This is a brand new box, and no, I don't always get organic. Actually, I never get organic, but we have a new store that opened up near us. This is what they had. I got that. So that's the Weetabix. I also always have, not always, I frequently have this on hand. This is Barbara's shredded wheat, and it's delicious, it's fabulous. It's just a little bit different texture. Like shredded wheat is not the same as Weetabix texture-wise. This, if you mix it up, is more like oats and porridge-y texture, in my opinion, and this is more like shredded wheat. And since oats hurt my stomach, I usually opt for these over oats. This is out because I used the last this morning with my Weetabix and my mom forgot to get more. This or almond milk. Those are my two milks of choice. Cereal-wise, I also usually have this on hand just to add some puff and some crunch. It's the puffed kamut, which is just puffed wheat. I also sometimes get puffed rice or puffed corn. Favorite crackers right now are like Triscuits, and this is the off-brand, but they're Triscuits. Ooh, what I love to do is, I guess we'll move on to cold stuff. Vegan cheese on these crackers, it's so good. So the vegan cheese I have on hand right now that actually is my favorite currently is gonna be this one. Moikos. Basically coconut oil and cashews and tapioca and agar and sea salt and culture. So that's what it's comprised of. And then I don't have the lid for this one because you open it up, it wasn't a lid, it was like a plastic wrap, and I already threw it out and I forgot. So anyway, this is the brand Kite Hill. It's their almond-based cheese. So I'll take the crackers and I'll dip them in that, and it's a yummy little snack. I also love So Delicious dairy-free coconut yogurt. I've been trying that out, love it. This is just the plain one, but there's also key lime is really good, strawberry, blueberry. They're all really yummy. Okay, you guys know I have the Go Macro mini bars a lot, like this. You guys know I love Lenny and Larry cookies. Fabulous. So I have several on hand. Oh, yeah. We have the chocolate chip one. These are the 2 ounces, and I find the 2 ounces at Sprouts near the checkout, not with the other cookies. Vitamin Shop, and there was somewhere else. Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has them. I didn't know that until yesterday. And then so I have the chocolate, double chocolate chunk, and the birthday cookie. I don't have the snickerdoodle with me right now, but that one's a favorite. Honestly, I think the chocolate chip and the birthday cookie are my favorite. So good. I also have this chocolate pretzel with sea salt nougat dark vegan bar. Those are yummy. I like Quest bars, but dairy and whey protein still hurt my stomach, so I have to be careful with these, but I do like these. There's a birthday cake one. Or I have these little packs for easy spreadability, Barney's, almond butter. Okay, so the deal with almond butter. I do enjoy peanut butter. I like the taste of peanuts. I like peanut butter. I love it, actually. Peanuts, though, I have been finding as I've been experimenting, they hurt my stomach as well. They give me a lot of bloating and really bad gas, so I still eat it sometimes. Transition to cashew butter or almond butter. The thing with almond butter and cashew butter, and heaven forbid pecan butter, is they're so expensive compared to peanut butter, which is very frustrating, but that's okay. So the almond butter I have right now is Maranatha. It's that. I also just get the kind of Trader Joe's sometimes, really almond butter, I don't care. Special kind that I have right now is Gem Superberry Almond Butter. I actually like the cinnamon maca one better, but yummy, they're so good. I'm loving these bars, these epic bars. This is the chicken sriracha one. They have all different kinds of meat, so I'm so sorry to my vegan people. It's too restricted for me, maybe at some point. Chicken sriracha, they also have venison and beef and turkey. This is a venison sea salt and pepper one. They're kind of expensive though, so Honestly, guys, you know health food is expensive and it sucks. Okay, so onto the Lion's Choice, Lion's Pack that I've mentioned before. I have made some of my waffles with these or pancakes with these, and this is what it looks like. This is the vegan apple fritter flavor. They have several different flavors. They have funfetti and coffee cake and monkey bread and something else. Some of them are vegan, some are not vegan. Like I said, I go for the vegan because dairy hurts my stomach. So this is so good. It has actual chunks of like apple and deliciousness. You literally just put half a cup is a serving. You can add, and then just add water. I like to add coconut flour and egg whites sometimes to make it fluffier and add a little bit more healthy fat. Because I need the calories anyway, so you can either just go with the simple, the way it comes, or you can add a little bit, which is what I usually do. Coconut flour I have right now, I think it's from Vitacost. That's a good website, check it out. They have a lot of good healthy stuff. Also, my favorite nuts, shelled walnuts, really good. I love walnuts, but again, so darn expensive. Why? For chocolate sauce, sometimes I use Ghirardelli. I honestly like this one better, and yeah, it's healthy. New Naturals, and it looks like this. It's sweetened with stevia and cocoa, and it's really good. It doesn't hurt my stomach as bad as other chocolate sauces, which tend to be rich and heavy, and they hurt. For my vegetables, I'm lame. I usually like them canned or cooked because raw vegetables, again, are harder on the digestion, and I have a hard digestion time, so just things like Great Value, I don't care what brand it is, but like whole green beans, I have carrots, corn, things like that. Those are the veggies. I usually always make some chicken in the crock pot because I find that when you put it in the crock pot versus on the stove, the chicken comes out softer and more tender. It's tough. So I usually just put like 3 or 4 breasts in there, cook that, and then have that on hand to eat over the course of like 3 to 4 days. So that's in the fridge right now. The last thing I will mention, I guess, is my G Butter, my new obsession and my new love. This is the birthday cake and the sugar cookie are my favorite. You can eat it straight out of the jar. I also have the brownie batter. I'll show you guys that. You can simply spoon out a serving and put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, and it heats up like a brownie. It's so good. Those are like my main grocery things that I always have on hand. Oh, I forgot to show you guys my rice. 2 seconds. Either if I'm feeling lazy, we'll do instant brown rice, super easy. Throw it in the microwave 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, well, I guess 10 minutes. So, anyway, we have instant brown rice, or if I'm feeling fancy, do something like this, which this is a wild blend. Sweet brown rice, long grain brown rice, wild rice, wahani rice, chipokina, rice. It's a mix of rices, and it's long grain, so it takes longer to cook, obviously. I always have this on hand, just in the fridge, and I always have chicken just in the fridge, ready to go for a quick meal. Take some time to show you guys that, and I hope it was helpful. Maybe you'll try some of these things. I forgot to tell you guys that we usually always have fruit on hand. So we have strawberries and blueberries, typically. I'm munching on those. And then I actually just finished the blueberries, which actually there's one left. I'll just show you guys because I told you this. Here's my rice that's already cooked and ready to go. Here's my foil of chicken. Carrots in the fridge too, some salad. Spinach for mom. I don't like spinach, no. She bought me some almond milk. Almond milk. Oh, oranges. We have a lot of oranges, although I don't know where they went. But cuties. Mommy loves the cuties. So anyway, I just wanted to add that on. Say hello, Tim Tim. Hi. Hi, Tim Tim. Oh, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to insert the clip of my chicken recipe, waffle recipe. And I will say, like, the base, honestly, with most of my recipes, you guys, I just throw stuff in and experiment and maybe add a little more. So it's not like a hard recipe. I want to show you how I usually make it. You're welcome to do that exactly or try it for yourself. So I'm going to insert that now, and I will see you guys later. Alright guys, so here is the lineup for my maple chicken and waffles, and today I am doing sweet potatoes, you can see right here. Sometimes I do pumpkins, sometimes I do mashed carrots. Today it is sweet potatoes, and that's what I'm using. So then also for the waffles, you guys, today I'm going to be using these cashew blueberry waffles. Sometimes I make my own with Bisquick, or I make it with the Lion's Choice, which I will show you guys in my haul in a little bit. So we start with our bowl. We have a half cup of sweet potatoes. They are warmed up. You can see some steam in there. Add some maple syrup so we have some liquid going on, and then we're going to mash it with a fork really well. I like to have it pretty well mashed for the mushy texture, but then I do like to leave some chunks so I can enjoy those chunks. So we're just going to take our fork, we're going to mash. It might take a while. Sometimes I rewarm it, add a little bit of water or more maple syrup just so that we can get it nice and mushy and kind of that creamy texture. So then what I'm going to do next is add a little bit more maple syrup. I'm going to add my almond butter. About a tablespoon's worth is what I usually do. I don't always measure it out. I usually eyeball it, but for you guys, I'm measuring it. And then I'm going to use that brand. It's called Kite Hill. It's a yogurt, but it's almond-based, so it's dairy-free and vegan. I add that in there for some extra added creamy texture. Of course, cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice will work. Mix it all together again until it looks pretty disgusting. Then I add my chicken last. I'm going to mix that up in there. I usually warm it up again. So I do that, warm it up, come back, clean it off a little bit for you guys. Of course, add more maple syrup because why not? So that's what the finished chicken maple looks like. And then we're going to put our waffles down in the toaster like so. Wait for them to pop up. They come, put them on the plate as, of course, the bottom. Ouch, it was hot. I remember that. Oh yeah, check out my plate. That's pretty fun. So then we're just going to add that mixture on top, and then we're going to spread it out really well over the waffle so it covers all of it, like so. And then that's pretty much it, you guys. Oh, of course, I add more maple syrup. You know me, maple syrup. It's a food group. And that is basically what it looks like. That's it. So you're going to see we got some chunks of potato in there, right there, chunks of potato, the waffle, and the chicken, and that is
all right,
basically
you guys, we are back. It has been a bit since I did that little grocery haul. It is recovery Q&A time, so grab yourself a snack. I got my snack, and I already started eating it because it's melting. And I stirred all the stuff in because I know it's prettier when all the stuff's on top, but it tastes better when it's all mixed in. Oh my gosh, it's melting. I gotta start eating it now. I ate most of the stuff off the top because that was the best part. This is my first acai bowl ever. It's okay. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just gonna answer a few questions. It's not gonna be that long, but I did want to address these. First question is an excess of unhealthy food in recovery, and is that okay? Feeling like you're always eating, processed foods or not healthy foods and going over your minimum established of say 3,000 or 3,500. I'm not sure how I feel about this bowl. I don't know, we'll see. It will definitely seem like you are eating a whole lot of unhealthy foods because you're so used to eating just fruits and vegetables and some protein, but like when you're in recovery, you have to have a lot of nutrient-packed, nutrient-dense foods, and all food is food, and it's okay in moderation, especially in recovery. Maybe your meal plan, there's a lot of processed foods that you're not used to having, but realize you're in recovery right now and you're having to do what is uncomfortable. That's what recovery is about. Recovery is about not doing what the eating disorder would do. So if the eating disorder says, oh, absolutely not, you cannot have that food, it is not healthy enough. Well, you know what you gotta do? You gotta go have that food. As unhealthy as it may be to you, you gotta go eat it because that is going against the eating disorder, and that's what recovery is. I definitely have eaten more processed foods, more canned foods, more sugar, more candy. That's okay. And yeah, you're gonna feel guilty about it probably, but the guilt just go away as you do it more and more. But yeah, it's hard. You have to gain weight, and you might as well enjoy it while you're doing it. And eating a lot of processed foods and foods that are a lot more nutrient packed and nutrient dense, that's just gonna get you there that much faster. So why would you avoid that? Just follow your meal plan, follow your dietitian. But this whole thing of, oh, it's all this unhealthy and processed food in recovery, well, it's kind of one of the consequences of starving yourself for so long that I did to myself. So now we have to make up for that and get all the foods in that we can. And if your body's craving it, go eat it. Doesn't matter if it's healthy or not healthy. Food is food, and for you or in recovery in general, food is medicine, and you need to eat it. Cold. Next question was OCD and eating, and how to differentiate between OCD behaviors and actually like eating disorder. And I'm not gonna be able to talk much about this one because I don't have OCD, but I do understand the thing. She said that if she has like a bowl of cereal at night, because of her OCD, she feels compelled to have that bowl of cereal again the next one. Like she has to do the same thing, she has to keep going. And I totally get that, but for me it was more like, when I was counting calories, it was like, oh, yesterday at lunchtime, I'd only had 600 calories, so I can only have that many more at lunchtime today. Like I'd have to match it the next day, but it was usually calories. Like I had to match the amount of calories or less. And then each day it was like, if I had more, then I just freaked out. Like the day was ruined because I'd already messed up. But I was never diagnosed OCD. So if you actually are OCD, I would really, really recommend going and seeing a doctor and trying to figure that out. But I will say you're not alone in that. It's a huge struggle to get through because yeah, it's like this OCD driven behavior, but it's also the eating disorder. So to differentiate, I don't know what to tell you other than you gotta eat and you need to follow your meal plan. And if you had something the night before, you don't have to have the exact same thing the next night. You do need to hit a certain amount of, you know, maybe calories or meal exchanges in the day, so don't skimp on that. Therapy and just doing it over and over and consistency will eventually break that habit. What worked for me was consistently breaking the rules and not being consistent with certain behaviors helped me to get over those behaviors, if that makes sense. Next question. Oh yeah, eating at night versus eating during the day. We're comfortable eating a big dinner, and then if she's hungry again in an hour, she has no problem eating again at night. However, if it's after lunch and she's hungry, she can't get herself to eat again, like that snack in between, and so then she'll go all the way until dinner. But for some reason, you know, nighttime is easier. And yes, 100%, that is 100% me. Absolutely, and I've mentioned this before, but you're definitely not alone in that one either, because I find it immensely easier to eat at night than I do in the middle of the day. Getting snacks in the afternoon was like the hardest thing ever. Literally, you have to just do it. I can promise you, the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more comfortable you will be with doing that. But at first, it's gonna be really hard because for me, I can't eat the rest of the day. I don't know what to do. Like I just felt so guilty. But you know what? Life went on. Nothing happened to me. I didn't get fat overnight. I didn't gain a bunch of weight overnight. Like, life went on. I found that I was still hungry later in the day. It was harder to get myself to eat because I had this mentality of you've already eaten a snack from the afternoon, so you can't eat a bunch at night now, and I still wanted to eat at night. I think pretty common for these night binge, not necessarily binges, but just episodes of wanting and being more comfortable to eat. And you have to change the way that you've been thinking. You have to train your mind to go back to eating normally throughout the day and when you're hungry. And you'll find that you really just don't want to eat as much at night when you actually do fuel yourself properly throughout the day, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're satisfied. So that's what I have to say about that. I totally get you, I get it, but you have to start doing it and it's gonna be uncomfortable. That's recovery. Constant thoughts about food, if it's OCD. I don't know about the OCD aspect of it necessarily, but if you're constantly thinking about food, that is a sign that you're still malnourished, okay? Constantly thinking about food means your brain is still starving and its still main focus is survival, which is where can I find food? Where can I find food? When are we gonna get food? What are we gonna eat? If you're thinking, even if you're physically full but you're thinking about it, you're still underweight, you're still malnourished, and you need to feed your body. So OCD or not, if you're thinking about food all the time, you need to eat. You need to eat consistently, you need to eat every few hours, you need to feed your body. You might gain weight and even get to a healthy BMI and still be thinking about food a lot, but it comes with time, it comes with healing. Your body realizes that you will feed it. There is food. It doesn't have to freak out that it's going to get restricted. Personally, I don't think about food nearly as much as I did. I still do think about food a good portion of the day because I'm not at my goal weight yet and I still have to heal. If you're thinking about food constantly all the time, you need to eat and you need to eat more. So that's my advice on that one. Okay. I'm gonna go grab myself a different snack because it's just not happening and I am still hungry. So let me know what other things you guys want to see in my videos, whether it be full days of eating, different recipes that you've seen me do, if there's any topics that you really just need to hear. I will see if I can talk on those. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I love all of you and it means the world to me that you support me, and I really just hope that these videos are helpful and encouraging to you, and that's why I keep doing them. Like, subscribe, share, all the fun stuff. I will put my Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat below so you can follow me there for more daily posts, and I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video.